All right, I'm looking at another Fibble. This is the game that's just like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. They're starting us with a drain. Maybe we could do an IA. And then well, diary would be good, except it's using the D and the R. We can't do both. How about liars? That seems appropriate for a lying puzzle. Okay, well, we didn't get any contradictions, which is interesting. Could we do IAL? We could actually. We could do dials. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Well, one of the A's is a lie, so the green I is definitely true. And from top to bottom, one of the A's is a lie, so the gray D's are definitely true. And then also the gray S is true from the two A's here. Okay, so one of the A's, one of the L's is a lie too. One of the A's, one of the L's. So the gray R is definitely true. So we know there's an I. If the A is true, it's likely that the yellow I is true, unless you have this. And so then there would have to be an N. But, okay, yeah, and that would work. There would be no L. So there's either an A or an L. One of these two grays is true. And there have to be an N probably if there is the A. A giant. Giant would work. Okay. Well, this is true. Okay, top and bottom. One of the A's is a lie again. The N is definitely true. So, again, either the A is true and we also have an I there, because the only way that this I can be a lie now, since we know there's an I in the word, is if it's supposed to be green. So it would have to be this, and you'd have to have a T and an L. I don't think that's going to work. So there's going to be no A. This is true. This is a lie. This is true. This is true. So there's an I, there's an L somewhere, and we either have a G and a T, neither, or there's a T at the end. What about fillet? Does that work? Ooh, okay. This is true. If it's that, then file something. Files filed. We can't do S or D. No, we can't do an R. So it feels unlikely that we're going to be able to do this or that. And if we do the T, I mean, nothing else works there. So I think there's going to be no T, and maybe the F is the lie. You could do this with new letters, right? Yeah, that with new letters would work. The T would be the lion giant, the F would be the lion fillet. But what are we gonna? Oh, we could do like a double LY, hilly. Ah, there we go. You won. It was hilly. Yeah, it was a bit of a hilly solve. All right, well, looking for liars is usually the way to go in this puzzle, so we just had to dials in the right solution, but we got there eventually. So let me know how your solve went, and of course, be sure to subscribe for more.